Welcome to the Interactive Body Balance Radio Show for health and fitness tips.
Welcome back to Interactive Body Balance Radio. I'm your host, Mike Dacey, and thank you guys so much for joining our show today from around the world, where we talk health, fitness, nutrition, functional medicine, and personal development. Hope you're all doing well. It is the beautiful time of year here, fall in Ontario, Canada. Leaves are changing color. The nights are getting colder, and hockey season is well underway. Lord knows that's what we've been doing, right? Traveling all over for hockey, spending time with the horses. Of course, work is incredibly busy. School, it's everybody's life, folks. It's your lives, right? Everybody is dealing with something. Everybody is really busy. They're living life, passionate, purposeful, and that's the way it should be, making the most out of things. Last night we celebrated Caleb's 9th birthday. So great party, great people, great friends, seeing people. That's what it's about, right? Especially with what's been going on in the last 3-4 years. Not a lot of people getting together, and last year or so things have opened up, and it's been great. People are meant to be together. People are meant to celebrate. They're meant to enjoy each other, and that's life. So why am I doing today's podcast? We've done so many of these. I don't even know, folks. Maybe 500-600 more podcasts. It's crazy the number we've done. And what I do is I say, okay, what do people want to hear, right? What is a question I get a lot? So I've done, recently talked about Prime Energy drinks. I've talked about Ozempic, the weight loss drug, right? That personal development from a mindset perspective in coaching athletes and executives, because that's what we do. But this week, I don't know, maybe what I have. Look at my board here. 6 consults this week on top of my my amazing corporate work that I love to do. So I like to talk to people and help them along as best as I can. And what did I get a lot of this week? So what did I get questions on, or what are people struggling with? So this is what I get. I get a lot of people who said, I've tried a lot of different things. I've been to a lot of different, specialists or doctors, and they can't seem to find anything wrong with me, but I know something's wrong and I don't feel good. Or I can't get the proper attention from other specialists, and I have to go on a wait list for a year or two. Or, they can't see anything on the MRI or X-ray, or every test comes back normal, but I am lethargic, I have no energy, I have brain fog, I can't lose the weight, I've got gut pain, I've got so many different symptoms. This is what I deal with. So that's why they come to see us, right? They've tried other approaches conventionally, and now they're looking at alternatives to see what is the missing link, or why do they feel the way they do. So I'll kind of, go about the way that I see it. So this is my approach, okay? This is just my opinion. I've always told people on the show, it's a disclaimer, but it's the truth. Always seek the advice of your primary care physician first, because, they're your physician. This is just a show giving information out to people based on us seeing a lot of different people, hundreds or thousands of people, not hundreds, thousands, but hundreds or thousands of people. I don't know what the number is. It's a lot. Right? So when they come across our office or our desk and we talk to them, even just, give 15-minute consults, this is what I hear, right? So again, my opinion. I think the conventional system, the traditional system, especially over here in the western part of the world, because this is a global podcast, so you're talking North America, is very good. And I've said this before, at treating you for acute injuries. So if you have a car accident, you break an arm, you need stitches, whatever you may need, the conventional traditional system is excellent for that. I always recommend going to your doctor, your specialist, emergency, urgent care, whatever, to do that. They're amazing. So just really, really good at this stuff. They're good at this, helping people, especially who are in acute pain or need acute, help. Nothing better, right? Go to there. What's going on though, especially, post what we just went through, is that a lot of that system is inundated, and they're overwhelmed with patients and clients with various chronic injuries or diseases or chronic issues. And so number one is they may not have the time to look at everybody or get really deep in the root cause analysis, right? So they may not have the time, or they don't have the experience or expertise on how to deal with chronic disease, right? I said this before, and you can look it up. when we look, when we talk about health, and I'll get to this in a second, but the average person, right, who goes through the medical system, to become a medical doctor, they get about 4 hours of nutrition training in their entire 4 years of medical school. You can look it up, and it's actually declining, so it's decreasing. I know this because I have many friends who are doctors. I have many friends who are specialists, surgeons, you name it, and some of them we work closely together with. So their expertise is not necessarily what you may need for a chronic issue or symptoms that have lasted a long time, right? So I'm being very clear. So through that system, that is what, you want to go to. So what if you're the other person, right? What if you can't lose the weight, have long-standing, multi-year autoimmune conditions, have had high blood pressure, have had diabetes or whatever you've had for 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and you're not getting any better, right? So chronic disease, where would you go for help? That is where we come in, or people like us, and we are absolutely full right now, so we're not taking on new clients. However, I refer out all the time to people, to qualified, naturopathic practitioners, even other physicians. We don't discriminate. I refer out to people who are good, qualified, have done this before, and are really good at what they do. We love everybody. We really do. And I say that. But when people are coming to us, right, I would look at these types of, and again, we do this hourly, but let's call it daily. Look at the overall picture. So someone presents himself to us, right? How are they eating? What's their nutrition plan like? What are they doing for physical activity? What's going on in their life? What about life events, lifestyle stuff? Are they dealing with issues? How are their sleep patterns? How do they breathe, right? What medications are they on? What supplements are they on? It is so multifaceted, and there's such a holistic, multidimensional approach. This is what we look at. Why? Because we don't take on many clients anymore, so we can give the time to that client with an hour or two consultation after the initial consultation and multiple consultations every month. So we have that ability to help people that way. But if you're not getting specific or dialed in on any one of those areas, you may miss something, right? And, working with athletes on mindset and executives, what about past trauma? What if you've dealt with something in your past that's hindering you from moving forward and keeping you ill and sick? Oh my God, I see this all the time, right? People have got issues, and I've talked about this on podcasts before, so I don't want to repeat, but many people might listen to this for the first time, right? What if you're dealing with something, a bad relationship, a toxic relationship, abuse, something happened to you, you had a very major traumatic event in your childhood or in your teens or whatever, or going through it now. That's going to impact your health immensely. I have people that are so stressed out with work, with money, with finances, with relationships, that it cripples them. Their systems shut down. They have gut pain. And I can say this, they have diarrhea because they're so stressed and their gut is under so much tension that they have so many issues with everything you can think of. They forget things. They miss meetings, right? Because of stress. I can run the laps to see this. I've run it on myself. I did last one was about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, right? So when you look at this here, this is the all-encompassing situation. So I have IBS patients. Do you know that stress, if you're stressed, your IBS symptoms will go right through the roof? You will have heightened problems right away. Either acute stress, chronic stress, like over time, whatever. Think about that. Stress, I don't like that term, stress kills. It could, but that's just one area, right? What if something else is going on in your life, right? What if you have something in your gut, right? A virus or a parasite or something's going on that's causing, you need to find out. So what we do is we run labs on people. We look at labs that they traditionally don't run with your GP. A, because they're expensive. B, I'm in here in Canada, they're not covered, right? So I pay the money for every lab that I run here, even though I'm covered in Canada. I have full coverage, with work and with being in Canada, but I still go pay for my own tests. I buy my own labs. I pay hundreds of dollars for my own labs. Obviously, I can read them myself, so I can take care of it, but I pay the same, right? So what I'm saying is run labs. You run some labs on people that will uncover what's going on that traditionally you can't do. Blood work, stool, urine. We've talked about this before. I've put it out there. I think I did a podcast on this recently. So run some labs, right? Look at the person's life. Intake forms are huge, and then just look at the multifaceted approach and then get them on a protocol that can help them. I'm going to end with this. So, because I want to keep these under 10, 11 minutes. So it's critical. Your mind and your mindset. This week I had 3 athletes come to me about mindset. And they've got the skill. They've got the work ethic, so they're putting in the work. But their mindset needs help. So that's confidence, their approach to the game. Why aren't things working out? Like, you're just working on what makes them great and getting their mind back into a frame to make them ultra competitive, ultra successful, and I'm back on the right track. So there's the ones, they already got the skill, folks. They've already got the hard work, but the mindset and their framework to the approach of the game is lacking a little. And that's where we also help too. That's the same thing with health. If your mindset's off, or your confidence is lacking, or you don't believe you can do it, and your belief system's suffering, you will have a hard time getting what you want. This is in business. You guys know I'm in business. So a lot of people know I do lots of big business deals, and I love it. But that's the same thing in business. Mind, confidence, approach. That is key. Okay. I hope you liked today's show. Share it with people who need to hear this. And I know people need to hear it, because when I get the email, the text, the message, hey Mike, I have these gut issues. I've tried for 2 or 3, 4 or 5 years to fix them on my own, but they're not going away. I have, you get the point, right? How can you help me? Those come in every day. So I know people need something else, an alternative. So the website, MikeDasiuk.com, interactiveBodyBalance.com, info@MikeDasiuk.com. Right? The books are on the website. I'm not even going to say them. You guys can go in for free. They're on the website. We've written 2 books, right? It's just, this is what we do, right? This is what we want to help people. And again, we give free advice a lot. We give hints or tips based on experience and based on logic and skill. And, there's a wait list, obviously, to get in with us. But if not, I can refer you out, like I said earlier in the podcast, to really qualified, skilled practitioners. Amazing. Really good people. I've done that twice this week. So that's where we're at. You know what I tell my kids every single day. And I'm going to spend time. I'm going to rake leaves. We're going to go play outside. I got to go put up drapes today. Got to go to Caleb's hockey. We got to do a lot of stuff. And this is just Saturday, right? What is it, October, 28th? Number 1, kids, you got to work hard. Got to work hard. No substitute for hard work. I can't relate to laziness, and work is imperative. Number 2, you got to add value to the world. So you got to add your skill set, your value, your God-given ability to the world. Add it. The world needs it. You people listening to this have so many skills and attributes that I don't have, and vice versa. We need to see it and hear it and feel it. You got to do it. Folks, you got to add your skills, your God-given talents to the world. They need it. Number 3, you got to help other people. You know, way to pull out chairs, open doors, give up your time, volunteer where you can, give to charity where you can. Just be a good human being. Help people. And number 4, what we're going to do today is smile and have some fun. I like that one from J.B. Glossinger many years ago. Smile and have some fun. Right? This is what we're here for, to have a good time. But if you do the first 3, the last part becomes even more fun, because you've already done the work. All right. Live with passion, live with purpose, live with intent. I hope you enjoyed the show. I'll talk to you all real soon. Bye for now.